Hi, it's Kyle with Bitewing Games, and today we're talking about Splendor. Overall, Splendor is probably the most well-liked game when I show it to people. But is Splendor actually fun? Let's talk about that. Splendor is a game for 2 to 4 players that plays in about 30 minutes. In Splendor, you are collecting gem tokens, and with these tokens, you are buying cards. Now, the cards give you endgame points, and they also give you access to more gems. So the gem tokens you are taking and spending, where the cards that you buy is just like a discount on any future purchases, or it counts as an evergreen type of resource. On your turn, you have a few different options. You can either take the gems, you can buy a card, or you can actually also reserve one of the cards that are available on the table so that no other players will nab it if it's one that you really want. Now, the first thing that I really like about the game are these tokens. I think they're just a lot of fun. They're really good, high quality. They're no light, flimsy little token. It feels really good. It's better than just collecting some card with a jewel on it. It's really neat that there are these tokens that are fun to take and stack up. It's very satisfying to collect these gems. So is Splendor actually fun? The positives about the game is it's really good quality. I mentioned those tokens. I really like those tokens, and I feel like it's very satisfying to collect them. I enjoy the decisions in the game. There's a few basic decisions. There's really only 4 things that you can do on your turn, and so it's just a very quick moving game that you're not sitting there thinking of 20 different options. There's 3 or 4 options of what you can do, and so it's pretty quick decision making that really most anyone can make, and so it's very accessible. And that's one really good thing about the game, is it's really for anyone. On to a few of the negatives. I don't love the overall look of the game. The actual tokens, the gem tokens, I really like, and the box is pretty enough, but when I look at the character cards and the actual development cards that you're buying, it's so-so, but it just doesn't really do it for me. And that kind of goes along with the fact that there's no real theme of the game. It feels like they tried to make a theme with you're collecting gems and attracting nobles to your empire, but I don't feel like I'm building some empire. It just feels like I'm collecting tokens and spending these gem tokens. And so I wish there was a little bit more of a theme, so I felt more invested and enveloped in this. And it's okay because it's kind of an abstract game, but it just seems like they tried to make it something that it wasn't, and it just didn't quite do it for me. The other thing that's not my favorite about the game is how the game ends. When you get to 15 points, that triggers the end of the game. And yes, everyone gets one more turn, but essentially, someone ends the game when they reach 15 points. And it's a little anticlimactic to me. I like when a game ends and everyone's like, okay, let me count up my points and let's see, and oh, I barely pulled ahead because of this one secret mission I had. But Splendor just misses that for me. When the game ends, it just feels like, oh, okay, guess the game's over. What are we going to do next? And so I wish it had some different way of ending the game where I felt like there was a little bit more something secret or something that I could have been like, aha, I gotcha. But it just doesn't have that. Overall, I give Splendor a B. I do give it a thumbs up. I very highly recommend this game. To me, it's just perfectly average. There's nothing amazing about the game. There's nothing terrible about the game. It's just a nice game. And I found that people with 3 or 4 or 5 games on their game shelf really like this game. They think this is awesome. But people who have 30, 40 games, I feel like are a little more like me, where it's like, meh, it's a fine game. Nothing great about it. Nothing terrible. It's just so-so. There is an expansion to Splendor, and I haven't tried it. I would be really curious what that adds to the game, and if it makes it a little bit more of having that it factor that I feel like Splendor is missing right now. If you have played the expansion, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you think. Until next time.